I look like this because I washed my hair and I was too lazy to blow dry it, so I just left it air dry, and this is kind of what happens when I do that. I am in week 2 of the new fitness challenge that I started 2 weeks ago. I'm kind of halfway through the second week now. It's going well, it's going fine. I am struggling a little bit with my food, with my diet, and I realized that it's because I don't take time to properly plan my meals and what I'm going to eat next week and what I need for it, you know, before I go shopping. I have a shopping list, but I don't feel very confident in it, if that makes sense. Last week was a little bit better because it took some time to prepare, because I knew that I was gonna do the challenge. This week I decided to step it up. Just to give you an example, today is Tuesday. Or is it Wednesday? Today is Wednesday. And I still have about 2 days until I do my next food shopping and restock my fridge. And I already ran out of snack options. So that means that last week when I was meal planning for this week, I didn't plan my snacks properly. This week I decided to approach my meal prep a little bit more seriously, so that next week I'm very happy, not just content with my food choices and my meal prep, but that I'm quite happy with them. I would love to get excited about my meals, not just go like, okay, whatever. I would like to experiment a little bit more. I actually started last week. I researched a bunch of sauces that I could make on my own, so that they would be, you know, gluten-free and dairy-free, but also, you know, healthy. Experimenting has begun, but I would like to take it even further. I would like to start trying new recipes. I would like to diversify my menu a little bit more, because I am someone who has no issue with eating the same thing over and over and over and over again for months. I have no issue with it, but I think it does cause an issue eventually, because maybe I get bored of what I'm eating, and that's when I reach for foods that are not necessarily super healthy and good for me. Maybe that's where the overeating sometimes comes in, you know, when I'm not 100% happy with what I have in the fridge. So this is kind of what I wanted to do in this video. I wanted to kind of document the whole process and what I'm going to be doing. So normally my meal preps, you know, there's steps. So I obviously need to plan my meals. My meal planning happens around Wednesday, Thursday, before the weekend. And then normally the next day I go food shopping. So I go to the grocery shop. Normally I do it on Fridays. I'm going to do it tomorrow, which will be Thursday, right after the gym, to avoid hopefully crowds and just to find a little bit more fresh fruits and vegetables, because that can be an issue sometimes. And then the final step will be the actual meal prep. So I already did this step 1. I didn't want to film because it would be too long. I'm just gonna show you what I did. You know, sometimes when I'm scrolling on Instagram Reels or on TikTok, I see a recipe that I would like to try, and I either save it on the platform, or I screen record it or download it if TikTok allows it, and then it sits in my camera roll until I'm ready to try that recipe out. So what I did today was I went on my both Instagram and TikTok accounts. I checked saved Reels and TikToks. I also went to my camera roll because I know that some recipes that I'm really interested in, I save on my camera roll. The breakfast, I didn't want anything special for the breakfasts. So I just did my usual menu that I normally do. Then for the lunches, this is when I wanted to diversify a little bit. So I decided to go for 3 meals. I was really organized this week because there were a few new recipes that I wanted to try, not only for the main meals but also for snacks and stuff like that. I have some recipes on Google Keep that I also keep there. For the new recipes that I don't know what to do yet, I'm trying for the first time, I created Google Keep notes, and I included all of the ingredients as well as, like I said, some directions. And then the last step in that whole process was I went again on Google Keep, because I keep my shopping list on Google Keep too, so that I can access it from everywhere, from different devices and also different places. And I created a list of all the ingredients that I need. So I went through everything, through all of my meals that I planned in Google Sheet, and then I kind of went back and forth between the two documents, and I put together a shopping list like that. Okay, many hours later, I'm home now. Let's unpack what we got. As I predicted, it was quite awkward to film in the grocery shop. Thankfully, because I went earlier, there weren't too many people, so it was manageable. Okay, let's start with the fridge stuff. I got some goat milk yogurt. These goat milk yogurts, which have like bits of fruits in them. I got 4 of them. Berries, strawberry, pineapple. I already opened this. This is peach. Then I got goat cheese, hummus, some blueberries. It's like deli meat for sandwiches. I got this turkey piece, gluten-free kind of burger buns, carrot, the celery, scallions, is that what they're called in English? Lettuce for the sandwiches. That's 1 bag down. I took a slightly different approach with the veggies and fruits this time. I don't like how much plastic is being used here in this country. They take a plastic bag, put however many vegetables they need and fruits, and then they weigh it on a scale, and then they get the price. But every single type of fruit and vegetable is packed in individual plastic bags. I really don't like it. You know, every time I come home after shopping, I have to unpack everything, and I end up with a bunch of just plastic bags. I don't like when excessive packaging and plastic bags are being used. So today I just went without. I have this big bag. I would just put them like that on the scale, get my price, scan it, and then I would put all the veggies and fruits in this one bag, and I think it's fine. I got cauliflower for the soup. Also got some bananas. I have 4 avocados here. I got 4 tomatoes as well. This is not for me. I'm intolerant to tomatoes. My boyfriend eats them with his sandwiches. 2 onions. Got 2 lemons. Also got a bunch of potato here. I have like a special box for all the like potato, onions, and garlic. I'm just gonna transfer it. Okay, 1 more bag left. I couldn't find stock. Is that what it's called? I think it's called stock, what you add to the soup. I couldn't find it. I think this is kind of stock that you mix. It's powder now. I wanted to get gluten-free granola. They didn't have it, So instead I got these I guess granola like bars. So I thought these looked good. It's papaya, sugared papaya. So I guess I'll leave it for my, not cheat, but like my exception one a week when I can have sugar thing. I got bread for my boyfriend, not for me. I'm gluten free. I got this stuff to clean between the tiles in the bathroom. It says here on the packaging that that's what this is for. So we're gonna see. I'm gonna test it out. Then I got some mayo, sushi rice, almond flour, coconut cream, pure sesame oil, and unrefined. And then I got these brushes. This is also for the bathroom to go with this cleaner. Nori sheets. Oh, 30 eggs. Got gluten-free cornflakes. It's not cornflakes. What is it called? It's like a little treat for me. That's it. That was the last bag. I'm going to put all of this away now. And we're back. It's Saturday, 20th of January. And today my last day off. So today is the last opportunity that I have to meal prep. I literally had to make a list of everything that I need to make. So there's 4 recipes. 3 of them are completely new, I've never done before. I'm going to try a 2-ingredient bagel. And then the second new recipe is salmon rice cupcakes. The third new recipe is a cauliflower soup. I really wanted a soup in there. And then chicken curry and mash. Lentil mix, this is for breakfast. I make lentil pancakes. And then the last item on that list is to prep carrots and celery for snacks. I think we'll just jump right into it. I have some dishes that I need to do, so I'm going to start with that just to prep the surface for cooking. I think what I want to do is I want to start with the easiest things, you know, to start off strong and also feel productive at the very beginning. And also these are the things that I leave. One of those things is something that I leave till the very end normally, and then I forget about it. The 2 things that I will try to get out of the way is the bagels, because they're very simple. They're a 2-ingredient and then I just can put it in the oven. And then the other thing is a lentil mix for my lentil pancakes wraps. The reason why I want to get the lentil mix, the lentil wraps out of the way, because I have to soak red lentils in water and milk for 3 hours before I blend it. I think that at the very end, once I'm finished with everything else, I can then blend it and have it prepared for my breakfast. The bagels. I will take a bowl. So 1 cup almond flour. I think that should be okay. Okay, half a cup of yogurt. The consistency should be, I guess, like dough-like. Just keep adding until I have a similar consistency to hers. Okay, for this next recipe, which is a lentil mix, all I need is red lentil, this to wash the lentils, a blender cup. The reason why it's green is because I make ginger shots in it and I put turmeric in it, and I think turmeric makes it go like green. And then the measuring cup, which is 1 cup. I can smell the egg cooking, you see there and here. So the egg is gonna be burned. This next recipe I need an oven for, so I think I'm going to do it next. It's a sushi salmon. Oh, I can't do it next. You see, this is why sometimes I multitask, because I need to prep stuff. So forget about that. Well, actually, let's do it anyways. Let's see what we have done already. So I'm just gonna pull up my list. So we did the bagels and we did the lentil mix. Look at that. So now I have salmon rice cupcakes, cauliflower soup, chicken curry and mash. What I'm going to do, I'm going to do some prep now so that later on I don't just stand here and wait for something to cook. For the salmon rice cupcakes, I need boiled rice, sushi rice. Got me some sushi rice. I have to boil it first, so I'm gonna do that now. Then for the cauliflower soup, I will need potatoes and other things, of course, but potatoes. And also for chicken curry and mash, for the mashed potatoes, I also need potatoes. So I think what I'm going to do now is I'm going to peel potatoes, enough for the soup and for the mashed potatoes. And I'm also going to rinse and boil this rice. See what else I need. I'll need an onion for curry. And do I need something for the soup? Let me just quickly check. So I need 2 onions, 1 for the soup, 1 for the curry. Let's take 1 and 2. 2 for the soup. Then I need celery. 1 big one for the soup as well. Sushi cupcake. So let's see what I need for it. The recipe says cut salmon into cubes. Cube. Well, so let's just eyeball it. Tastes alright. This is, I don't know what I'm talking about. We are I still have nori paper squares left over and a lot of rice, like lots of rice. So I think I'm gonna do a second batch. So I'm just gonna pop it into the oven. For the soup, everything is already prepped. I just need to cut, you know, the vegetables, potatoes and carrots and celery. Cupcakes to come out. Look at that. It also smells so good. Here's my mashed potato. Very happy with the progress so far. Here's what we did already. We did bagels, we did lentil mix, which I still need to blend later on. Salmon rice cupcakes, cauliflower soup is on the stove. I will have to blend it afterwards. Do you want to try this with me? It's a salmon, it's like a sushi, it has salmon in it. It's like a sushi cupcake. I love it. It's actually really good. Let's taste the bagel. I mean, for how easy it was to make, it was really easy to make. I think it's pretty good, but I'm not like obsessed with it. The soup is still cooking. All we have left is to make chicken curry and prep the veggies for the snack. Like that's enough probably. While I'm waiting for the soup and for the turkey to cook, I'm just gonna start prepping the veggies, celery and carrots. Some spice curry. I'm actually thinking for the rest of the coconut cream I want to add it to this soup here, so I'm gonna put it back on the stove and add the coconut cream and probably keep it there for another like 5 minutes. I'm out of breath. I'm on my way to the gym. Today is the last day of this vlog. Actually, what is the day? 21st of January. It's been exactly 2 weeks since I started my 6 and 12 fitness challenge, or weight loss challenge, or fat loss challenge. So, you know, I thought maybe I could share some thoughts about it. I don't have many, to be honest. Nothing major has happened. Something that has also occurred in the previous challenge that I did, 75 Sustainable Challenge. I would start off week strong with smaller portions, and then gradually towards the end of the week, for some reason, I would feel like I'm losing control of how much I'm eating. I don't know if I'm actually, and this is why I took the pictures before. I'm not taking pictures this time of my food. It helped me reflect and kind of look back and see, did I actually, because sometimes your mind can be playing tricks on you. We all know this with like body dysmorphia and whatnot. You can be looking at one thing, seeing another. So I don't think I'm gonna start taking pictures. Like, I am leaning more and more towards counting calories. I'm not going to do it for this challenge. Maybe for the next one I will, but for this challenge I will not. I don't know, so far it's going very well. I'm doing all the items. So far I just missed 1 day of journaling, and yesterday actually I didn't hit the 2.5 liters of water mark. So these are the only 2 hiccups that I had in 2 weeks, which are, I think, relatively small. I didn't miss a day of gym, I didn't miss a walk or a dance session, and I also have been eating well. Last week I didn't even have my, I don't want to call it cheat day, because it's not really a cheat day. It's just that one pass that I get to like have anything that I want. I didn't even use that last week. I think I had like a sugary papaya. Maybe that counts. Apart from that, everything is fine. I mean, gym is gymming. It was my routine before I started the challenge, so it wasn't really something that would challenge me greatly. I think it still will be challenging, might potentially be challenging, but I don't think it will cause me the most, watch me jinx it now. I'm not gonna say anything about it, okay? Everything is going great so far. Journaling, I love journaling. Surprisingly, meditation didn't give me the focus that I was looking for. Sometimes I don't have time to just sit and think, you know, and it hurts my creativity, it hurts just my day-to-day life, it hurts my decision making, because I don't take time to just reflect. Journaling gives me that opportunity to sit and think, and I know I'm writing a lot of the time, but sometimes when I'm like stuck for what I'm going to write next, I just stop writing and I sort of just sit there and think and kind of analyze everything else that's happening in my life, because I'm like, okay, what else do I want to write about, or do I want to accomplish, or what do I want to do that I want to share with the journal and stuff like that. So journaling was a really good call for this challenge. I'm really happy. I think I will continue doing it. Everything else, like I said, diet, you know, struggling just a little bit, needs a little bit more work. Workouts are fine. Most days water is fine. It's a little bit more challenging to drink more water because it's cold. In the summer it wasn't an issue because it was so hot, but now it's a little bit more challenging. I guess that's why it's a challenge, to do things that are challenging. So intermittent fasting was the newest thing that I introduced in this challenge, I think, apart from journaling. It was also very spontaneous. I didn't anticipate doing it. And it's actually going pretty well. I am hungry. I can feel when I get back from the gym and I take a shower at around 10 a.m. I can feel that, you know, I could have a breakfast now, because that's normally when I would have my breakfast, but it's absolutely not a problem for me. Like yesterday I was even meal prepping from about 10 a.m. to 12 p.m. and I just had to be conscious of not like licking, you know, the spoons after you're done, and like tasting something, you know what I mean? Like I had to be conscious of that. But apart from that, it's honestly going very smoothly. I haven't broken that rule once yet. Yeah, that's my long update. It's going great. 2 weeks down, 10 more to go. You know, I'm not even looking at it as a challenge anymore, and I think that that's like my technique to make it easier on me, is not to think of it as something like massive that I'm doing. I did that with the gym in the previous challenge. I kind of worked on how I'm thinking about it, how I was approaching it mentally, you know, because for me, going to the gym every single day was I've never done it before. Before I started the challenge, for about a week or two, all I did was work on how I thought about it, you know, and I tried to reprogram my mind not to think like, whoa, I'm going to the gym every day was happening, but rather like, so it's a part of my morning routine. I was still going to the office back then. So I was like, just think of it as a part of your office, like your work routine. Like you, instead of getting ready in the morning and going straight to work, you have one more step now. You're just getting ready, going to the gym, and then you're going to work. And that helped me so much. So while I'm doing it, I try to get it out of my mind. I try to like forget about it. Almost like we do things on a daily basis, like take showers, go to work, you know, cook meals, things that are almost on autopilot. So that's the kind of the mentality that I'm trying to work into my life, that this is just part of my routine, nothing crazy is happening here. I would love to do this with the diet, because the diet is something that I've struggled with my entire life, and I would like to break that cycle. I would like to finally be able to just not think of food as anything special, not as a coping mechanism, not as anything like special to treat myself with, to not turn to food so much when I'm like struggling a little bit, or a little bit more tired, or a little bit more like life is a little bit more chaotic, or there's a little bit more stress than usual. I would like food to stop being the thing that I turn to find escape. I would like to turn to the gym instead, or journaling, or meditation, or going for walks. You know what I mean? Something healthier habits. So that's what we are working on. And I guess this is why this challenge was so heavily focused on food rather than anything else, like fitness or other things. Like, yes, I have fitness elements in it, but it's the fitness elements that I've previously done, and I know they're already part of my routine, so they're not that challenging. I'm recording for 17 minutes already. It's gonna be edited down for sure. I'm going to end this vlog here. If you watched till the end, Thank you so much. If you liked it, leave a like, subscribe, come back next week. I'm in desperate need of like going over my wardrobe and looking at all the pieces that I have and styling a little bit. We'll see if I'm still in the mood to do that next week. That's what we're going to do for the video. I hope you have a good week. Bye.